Greetings to you. Today I'll take a session on benchmarking. In today's industry, benchmarking is a very important exercise which is being done by organizations. Whenever the profit of your firm goes down, when your share value drops down, when there is increase in scrap, when there is absenteeism in your organization, it's high time the organization gears up and it carries out some remedial actions. One such remedial action is benchmarking. In benchmarking, the organization tries to find out firms which follow the best practice and which are successful. This is not copying. This is just a means by which you adapt certain best practices followed in the industry, you implement in your firm so as to either be at par with your competitors or to excel them. You may modify what you pick up from your competitors. Benchmarking is carried out in a few steps. The first is planning. During planning, we decide who is your competitor, whom you are going to benchmark. You decide what aspect you are going to benchmark. What are the data you will collect? How you are going to use the data. Once you have collected the data, it is voluminous. You have to really plan on how you are going to collect your data. Once collected, you should have a plan of how you are going to analyze it and how you are going to use it. During analysis, you have massive amount of information. So you have to be very careful while analyzing it. So once you analyze, you will find there's a gap. And while analyzing, it is better you consider the future also. Now the gap which I said would be of three types. One is at par, which means that your organization is equal to your competitor. If the gap is positive, it means that you are doing better than your competitor. It does not mean that you would keep quiet. You will further adapt measures so that you excel your competitor. When the gap is negative, it means that you are lagging behind. So this is the time you pick up what is done better in your competitor's organization and try and implement, and you may innovate based on the data and create something new which is beneficial to you. Fine. Now you have come to solutions. Now is it easy to implement those solutions? It might not be easy. There's a requirement to integrate what you have collected. Now how do you integrate? What is integration? You have a solution. You go to the chap who is going to implement. He might not accept it. For that, the senior management or the management should give orders. The management should have commitment to implement what the solutions are. They should propagate. They should form instructions so that people adhere to it. But the best way is to convince people who are going to implement so that they implement happily. Sometimes unions might be a problem. So it's our responsibility to convince the union, to tell them what would be the benefits so that the implementation is done wholeheartedly. Now that you are experienced, you mature in benchmarking, you have adopted means and ways to benchmark. So now you might become a leader in benchmarking. Now, once you are benchmarked and you have achieved and you are excelling all your competitors, it does not mean that you remain idle. You keep benchmarking, you search for competitors who do better than you, and you keep benchmarking with them and you keep continuously improving. So, thus, benchmarking is a very crucial, important, and beneficial procedure which is available in today's industry for improvement. Thank you.